The code to Henry's safe is... Alright, you have 10 seconds to memorize that and go. That was not 10 seconds.
I remember SO394BF.
Does it really have SO and BF in it?
Yeah. I was trying to help use that to remember.
But then it's just a bunch of fucking numbers.
Yeah, you ever hear about those people who can memorize like, if you know, like 100 numbers in a row? And like what they're doing is they have to make each number represent a different object in their brain. So then they make up a story using those objects. Like number 8 might be a caterpillar. And so it'll be like caterpillar, clown, dinosaur, rocket. And so I'll have to make a story that...
Hey, Crimson.
Who
painted this?
Was it me?
Is this my dreams?
I can't paint that well. Maybe someday.
But you made Nightmare Muppet.
That's easy.
The Muppet in Hell.
That was already just in my brain.
Living rent-free. Excuse me?
I want my trash cans to be pink.
And full of blood crystals, like in Devil May Cry 4.
Do they also call them blood crystals in Devil May Cry? Forgot.
I don't know. They're definitely made of blood.
They definitely are.
Yeah, like those screaming faces that I think are maybe called blood crystals. And yeah, you just... Specifically right from the beginning of the game, you just break dumpsters and they just come flying out and you're like, what? They might be called blood orbs.
Oh, you know, yeah, maybe.
Inaccurate alarm clock obtained. Time is meaningless on the islands, but citizens cling to these old signifiers from their old lives for comfort.
Time is meaningless, however...
Back to the Shinji conversation. Maybe this is why you guys are so fucked up.
There's like, a lot of reasons. I feel bad that dogs.
Do you have any
behind.
additional evidence, sir? Ma'am?
You've already had treats. No, I want to give Bear more treats.
Is that all we get to do with Bear? That one interaction?
I just feel like, where's this dog gonna go?
I don't know.
Is this dog gonna get blown up with the island?
Maybe.
Does the island blow up? How does it work? Does it just fade off into existence?
I don't know. I don't know the mechanics exactly. There's so many vending machines and they all look equally viable, so I can't tell which ones I've bought from before.
That one looks new.
Yeah, this one looks like a weird location.
What's that?
It's dynamite!
It's C4! Oh no!
Explosion. Crystal sparkling water. Sparkling water famed for its crispness and delightful mouthfeel.
I never liked the term mouthfeel.
Mouthfeel. It's been corrupted.
He's right. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow.
You're gonna have that mouthfeel.
I should use that word to my dentist. Yeah, I love going to the dentist because I have a great mouthfeel afterwards. I just see what my dentist says to that.
Mouthfeel. I gotta sneak in, but they don't want me to.
No, they don't.
But they're apparently not gonna stop me, so...
Oh, maybe this is open for you now forever, because they just do not care anymore.
Well, I did open it myself. And it seems like these two systems just do not interact. Hooray, 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 hooray.
I don't think I ever noticed that is a hand and then a skull on top.
It's like a cow skull or
the
a goat
bottom
skull
one
or
is a
something.
hand and the top one's a cow skull.
Oh yeah, the bottom one is, yeah, it is a hand.
I always thought it was
Why,
like
though?
a top mouth piece and a jaw bottom piece.
Welcome to the dead zone.
Beer.
The ad is still running. They haven't made a new one since. Do you like my mouthfeel?
Oh, you did that one.
There's also just a heart over there.
Oh my gosh. We're on a roll.
I found like 3 today so far. I didn't know there was that many left. Blood fountain obtained. An energy drink that makes you feel like your blood wants to burst out of your body. A good pick-me-up.
That's,
It's explicitly based on a Red Bull. Like, really explicitly.
Yeah, yeah. Does Red Bull
Sounds
make,
like fun.
Does it make your blood feel like it wants to burst out of your body?
Only if you go have too many. 17th island sequence. Ah, the 17th island. Remember that? Remember them? Remember those? Enough to wish for death.
Apparently 17th Island sucked.
Jesus.
They really fucked that one up, didn't they?
Remember them? Remember those? They mostly just blew past having any real description. I'm surprised there was just a heart sitting in the open.
I mean, usually that would be weird, you're right. Tap, tap, tap.
No. think that's just the path to Sam.
Remember, something has been destroyed here. Starlight says there's nothing unusual here. Some metal, plastic, tinted glass, and fire-resistant fabric. No ways to tell what it was. That's kind of weird.
I don't know if we saw that before or not.
I don't know if that's relevant, even.
I don't know if it would stand out.
Hat.
Yeah?
Hat. Hat. Hat.
Well, time to climb. There's probably not much else going on around here.
I think we pretty much cleared it out last time.
Demonville. That's what I thought until then when we saw that other shit.
That is true. That's how a lot of these places have been
I don't
going.
trust myself. Hello?
Henry said the code is SO3-7BS9. It's unlocked.
Battlestar Galactica Deep Space Nine.
Ah, perfect. Proves that it pays to be nice to people sometimes. Let's see what a citizen like Henry could be hiding in his safe. Or just be like a note that just says like, fuck you. The Grimoire of Mahida. A bit of light reading. This book predates The Great Betrayal. It was written by a scholar of the esoteric, Mahida. She was famed for learning how to communicate with the gods and hold cosmic communes with them.
I don't like this.
This should be in the restricted vaults of the Syndicate's library.
Sure.
Yuri accessed the restricted area a decade ago. Did he take this? I guess this is the book Henry said he was given. This might prove that his possession was aided. Someone wanted the island to be invaded by demons, but why?
It's just a library book that's been missing and unreturned for like a decade.
It is apparently very sus. It's like a what's that called? The
I think we read all this before, yeah.
what is it?
Oh, now we have evidence against Yuri. Yuri, would you like to have a chat? Just kidding, you don't get to choose.
What's that handbook that teaches you how to make napalm and stuff?
The Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah, Anarchist Cookbook. It's like having that, where it's just like, that's suspicious to own.
Yeah, there's
And technically it's not illegal to own.
you get some like early internet stories that involve people like trying to like boil gasoline
Yeah.
in their house. It's like no, don't.
I was watching something about a guy, or there was like some mass bombings, you know, or like some terrorist bombings in people's mailboxes, and the guy they accused had that in his house, and he's like, no, I just own that, and he did. He actually wasn't the person that did it,
Yeah.
but it was just very like the police definitely had their eye on him because he had that, because obviously that's something.
But it was just like a thing that got around at one point. Oh,
yeah, no, for a while a lot of people had it.
I might not have done this one before. Yeah, 4.
Wow.
I just found 25% of them like back to back. And here I thought I guess I'm just not doing the exact same paths right now. It's a good sign. Ooh, obtained. A fruit-flavored soft drink. Makes you think of caring for your sick mother. And when you went traveling to Egypt with a group of friends. You have done neither of those things.
That's interesting.
Would you like to have false planted memories? With the power of suggestion, we can trick you into thinking you once had traumatic encounters with something, but actually we made them up.
Next time I drink like a Fanta, I'll think about my trip to Cairo with friends, except that it didn't really happen. I'll just convince myself it did using the power of Fanta.
That false memory stuff is worrying. Because there's like a form of therapy where you try to uncover repressed memories.
But a lot of it's suggestion. Which
Yeah,
can be
like
very
a
dangerous.
lot of it could just be manufactured memories by the process of trying to supposedly uncover them. So it's a really questionable practice.
I've known people. It's funny. I've known more than one person with this same problem, because you think it would not be like that common of a problem, but unfortunately it is. I've had more than one person tell me that when they were growing up, they had a relative or a person in their life who ended up being like a pedophile, right? And although nothing happened to them personally, their parents were so concerned about it that they would repeatedly ask them, like, did they ever touch you? Did they ever do anything to you? And it's to the point now where these people are adults and they still like question it and think about it all the time, to the point where some of them are partially convinced that it might have happened, even though they never would have suggested it without their parents.
The power of suggestion is that strong.
Because their moms would like keep asking them about it, because obviously the moms feel worried and guilty and want to make sure nothing happened to their kid.
And then you start to feel like you're the one that's lying.
But it's at the point where it's like one of them partially convinced themselves that it is a possibility, but I was like, do you think you would have felt that way if your mom would have never suggested it to you? And
over and over.
And he was like, I don't think I would.
Hello. How many lies have you told me today?
Well, not today, but or today, because this game
all today.
is all today.
Look at that pleasant ass view. Oh my god.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
I don't think you need to frame her. I can tell who's talking.
Your jacket doesn't smell too bad. Well, ain't you a charmer, LG? Ever thought- wait, I got it backwards. Ever thought about replacing it? You're out of your mind. You never replace a battle jacket. It becomes part of your life, a part of you. It's been millennia. And it'll be millennia more. What are you painting at the moment? Abstract stuff. This island's existed for centuries. What does it mean to me? That kind of thing. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them. Might learn something more about you. I'll paint something that represents you, LD. What represents me? I'm thinking about it. Must be a hard island to paint. Why? See, island is unsettled. This island is unsettled. You can feel it. Nothing's right. I hear you. This place needs to end. It's needed to for a while. The beach... okay again, LD? Perfect.
We don't even go anywhere. We get in the car to drive in a circle and come right back. That's a face.
I don't like when she makes that face at us.
Yeah.
LD, I have something I think we should discuss. It's probably nothing, LD. Nothing is probably something. K-Man is missing, right? K-Man? Sorry, KHX. Yeah, he is. This probably has nothing to do with it, but I liked hanging out with K-Man, so I want to tell you. The other day, Yuri started freaking out in the HQ, totally went off at one of the assistants.
Got it.
How does this relate to KHX? He was looking for his ring. It's a nice ring he commissioned from KHX. Wait a
The
minute.
investigator
A
is here.
ring.
This ring by any chance? Where did we get that ring from?
I'm trying to remember. Also, what was...
The ring's important because of the choking, but there's also there's a ring in KHX's house that we found because KHX was repairing jewelry.
Yeah, because there's a Yuri ring.
Kiko had a ring.
There's
I
a
thought.
Lydia ring.
Wait,
And I think...
Crimson.
Yeah,
something about
that was
Crimson.
Crimson's something that was at KHX's, right? Not a Kiko?
No, Kiko had something to do with KHX too.
It's like 4 characters have a repair in progress.
I have for like.
I thought it was Crimson.
No, he was obsessed with Crimson. Crimson, like, it was in like his logbooks.
Oh.
But like Akiko had, there was something about like a piece of jewelry specifically that was Akiko's that was there. And I feel like we were questioning her on it because we know that she's like romantic or sentimental about something because she's romantic.
But we're clearly muddied by there being a number of rings.
Well, there's also, we need a ring for the choking victim.
Yep, that's the one I was thinking about.
That's the one, LG. That big blue sapphire looks good, right? It catches the light. Don't be mean to her ring.
Well, it's Yuri's ring.
Or it's, I mean, oh, then, well, let's not be mean to her because she's saying it looks good, so I don't want to be like an asshole. Yeah, it catches the light. Looks like the ocean.
See, I can compare it because it's right there. There's the
It looks
ocean.
like, she like looks around. She's like, the ocean. That's blue. Where'd you find it? Sorry, Lydia. Investigate a secret. Why was he yelling at the assistant? Yuri was lashing out. He'd lost the ring and was going berserk about it. Do you think this is relevant? I want to help K-Man, you know?
You cannot help K-Man.
Don't tell her that. I think it is. Thanks, Lydia.
Shockingly few people know that K-Man's dead.
Does I think, yeah, just us and the ghost, right?
Yeah.
What do you know about the second seal? It's a secret, LD. I've never been through that big door in the council building. What are your tire tracks doing up on the cliff overlooking the obelisks? Why do you want to know, LD? They hold the secret to the second holy seal, and I found tire tracks putting you there. LD, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there. So you didn't go there to access the obelisks? Nope.
I mean, she could just go everywhere. We don't even know how. Did we even know how old they were?
Nope.
Like,
There's no suggestion for
sometimes
time.
you just want to go look at the obelisks. Not like there's a lot of places to park that don't leave tracks. There's no roads or parking lots anywhere.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem like a good place to have a car. I don't even know how she got on that cliff to begin with. There's trees and stuff. Like, what's she
I
doing?
guess there's kind of a few roads in the world where anywhere there's a bridge is kind of like a road. But most of the places there's nowhere for her to even drive.
What's going on with the message Witness sent you with the key for the beach obelisks? What message, LD? The Moon database has a backup of your tablet. There's a message from Witness with a file attached that's the key to using the obelisks.
Why?
Is that what that was? I got a message, and as soon as the mail client opened, it crashed out and the tablet died. The tablet was straight dead after that. Did you take it to get it looked at? No, LD, it was a few days ago. We all get new tablets on the next island and my phone still worked, so I could still do my job. That's your statement. Sure is, LD. I don't know about the file or key or whatever it was. I can kind of respect that lack of, like, technology knowledge. I would be screwed if some people tried, if there was a crime.
Yeah,
And people, like,
it's a
were like-
technology crime. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm a grandma in this story.
I'm sorry. If I don't know if they would think I was lying. I think if they just gave me a computer and watched me use it
It's like
for like
she's a
half an
millennial.
hour.
She's probably a computer genius.
At work, my boss calls me all the time to help her with computer stuff, and every time I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
Just because I'm young doesn't mean I know how this stuff works. Do you often like to dress up in space helmets? Well, who the fuck doesn't? What are you talking about, LD?
The investigator is here.
I found a space helmet that smells of your perfume. A space helmet? Why is that on the island? It's actually a good question if you don't have context, because that is a weird thing. You need one to get through the second holy seal. Did you use it to go through the seal? I've never seen a space helmet, never mind wore one. Then why does it smell of your perfume? No idea, LD. Somebody planted it as evidence? You said your perfume is unique blend only you know the recipe for. How could someone else have planted it? Dude, at the very beginning of this game, okay, we talked about this.
This is the one
last
thing we
time.
wrote down.
It's the one thing we wrote down, and I was laughing because I thought it was never going to come up again. I thought I was just being stupid because we looked at the notebook and I was like, remember we wrote that? That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's never going to come up. It fucking finally did. Good
Yeah.
job, Stephanie. Yeah.
She really had to go and hype up that her perfume is completely unique to her, like a fingerprint.
But like, I don't remember us finding perfume in the helmet. I remember us finding flowers everywhere.
That was on the floor, though.
Yeah.
I think there was the mention of the perfume that smelled like Lydia. I think that's the... I think that is the spacesuit we found hidden in the boat. When we had to do the boat, like, shipping puzzle.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't help you, LD.
Then we moved all the crates out of the way, and under them, in a hatch, was a stashed spacesuit.
That's really evidence that wouldn't hold up in court very well.
That's why you get more.
Look, it smells like her, see? It's like the court will not accept that as evidence.
Yeah.
Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
On, LD.
Sorry, LD, I didn't see Akiko-chan.
Kiko-chan.
Asked her about it. Is she friends with you, Lydia? Because she's not friends with us. I mean, I guess Chan implies friendship.
Turns out everyone likes each other except us.
Yeah, we're the buzzkill, we're the wet blanket.
Nah.
Did you see the architect last night?
We are gonna kill one of them. Or more.
I didn't see her, LD. Was waiting for the call to pick her up. I heard she was at Witness's apartment, if that helps. Everyone knows that they're like fooling around, man. Or that
Yeah.
everyone knows that they're in the apartment. Ooh. Did you see Crimson last night?
What are you talking about, LD?
Have you asked her yourself, LD? I didn't see her last night.
Doki doki.
Did you see the doctor last night? DJ said he was in his clinic all night. Have you asked him? Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night? For real, LD? You need to speak to Akiko. Just fucking loading off this information on everyone else. Did you see Witness to the End last night? He's usually in his apartment. I heard Carm went to see him, though. Lady likes to nickname everyone. She's like the only person that does.
Yeah.
What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
Everyone's names are too long.
Well, Witness to the End, man. That one. Henry caused the demons to corrupt this island, LD. You seen the Dead Zone? It's a nightmare rift we're not allowed into. If you're looking for more answers, try in there. What do you know about the escape last night? Lydia, you can put down your car keys. Jeez Louise, man.
No, she likes the charms. There's a little tiger.
She really likes just to hold them up with her weird hands next to her face.
Look at the little tiger.
He is cute. You read the report, LD. That's all I know. You'd have to ask Akiko-chan yourself.
Okay, it's bigger now.
But wait. But Akiko isn't even...
I can't make sure. I can't tell because it's too small. It might be a tiger. It might be a leopard. I can't tell if there's stripes or spots. It's way too small.
I think those are stripes, but who knows?
Because she does have spots on her band.
The... Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I got distracted by that tiger. Damn it, tiger! That's what she's doing on purpose. I don't remember the question I had to ask.
It's a charm.
Oh,
Is it Akiko, I think?
Okay, Akiko isn't... Okay, Akiko... Isn't she like Romanian or something?
I think so.
Why is she calling her Akiko-chan?
Because she's a weeb.
Maybe.
A massive weeb. Yeah, no, neither of them. I don't think either of them are supposed to be Japanese specifically.
I mean, I understand that the name Akiko might be like typically Japanese, but I would just because of all of her language she hurls at us, and because of her background that says that she's from.
That she doesn't spend. She sends no Japanese at us.
It said, remember it says in their little background like from Romania, and this, like I think she was from Romania specifically.
Yeah, I think so.
But whatever, you know, you don't call me LD Chan, so you know I'm offended. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Can't help you, LD. It's all a secret. Like, that's not good.
I think it's because she couldn't turn. She couldn't turn Akiko into anything, so she just added Chan to it.
What do you know about the fourth holy seal?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like, yeah. Know anything about demons on the island? Not a thing, LD. Did the marshals kill them all during the Henry incident? No. Have you not seen the one that's around everywhere?
Yeah, he's really hard to miss.
What do you know about the murder of Grace bloodlines? Not a thing, LD. You were not very useful, Lydia.
No. Isn't one of the only people that that knows about? Yeah, it's Crimson, right? Is the only person that knows about Shinji.
She's the only person that's like addressed him.
Yeah.
Like everyone else seems like
because he's an asset.
Everyone else seems like they either think that all the demons are gone, or they like don't acknowledge him specifically, even though he's the only demon you see currently.
Yeah, I think only Shinji and only Crimson and maybe Grace bloodlines have acknowledged Shinji exists. And we're best buds now. I don't need ladders.
Where we're going, we don't need ladders.
It's just a strange declaration to make. I don't know what to make of that.
No, I was making a joke about Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So where we're going, we don't need roads, and the DeLorean floats into the sky.
I've seen like effects comparison things on that before, where it's like, I guess like they have like tricks where like when the DeLorean lands in the street, like at the end, I think at the end of the first movie, it's like a model or a CG thing or something, but there's a telephone pole in the middle of the screen, and on the left side of the telephone pole, it's a fake car, and on the right side of the telephone pole, it's a real car. So as it passes the telephone pole, it becomes a real car.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to like look into that.
Yeah, that's how they had the transition, is by having it happen in a vertical line.
I love Back to the Future. I think those movies are dang near perfect.
I watched the first one at like a family's house, which is usually kind of distracting, I guess, anyway, but it didn't leave that much of an impact on me, and then they immediately started watching the next one, and I'm like, this is too much. This is too much at once. I was not ready to sit there and watch 2 movies back to back. I think the same thing happened once with the Godfather movies. I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay, well, those ones are a little bit heavy, and like in those ones, I wouldn't ever put on during a family event unless everyone was going to focus on watching them, because it is such like a important. It's such a movie you have to pay attention to, and it's heavy. It's not like lighthearted. You can't like put it in the background, like.
Yeah.
And they're like all like 3 hours long.
Yeah. And I think that was like. I think I was over there to watch the finale of Lost, like the finale.
Wow.
And then afterwards they put on Back to the Future, and then Back to the Future 2, and I'm like, this is too much. This is too much back in my future. Have you ever played the Back to the Future adventure game series by Telltale? Because that exists.
I'm aware that it exists. I don't know.
That can go on our list somewhere potentially.
Maybe.
So I'll have to watch the movies first though.
Yeah, you will. Even the third one. I still like the third one.
Didn't they film the second and third ones at the same time? Is one of those cases. It's like, oh, we got a multi-movie deal. Let's just make a second and third back to back. But like, I think I remember hearing they did a matching shot where they have the end of the first movie be the same as the beginning of the second movie. Like it's like seamless. It's the same scene, but
you have to say, I know
the girlfriend actress got replaced.
Yes.
So it's the same scene with a different character,
yes.
a different person in it. It's really uncanny.
Like yeah, because
it's
like
really funny.
Like those movies are fun because the ending of the first movie, there's no time between the ending of the first. Like it basically just completely continues. Like it's just like it doesn't really stop.
Seems exhausting.
Because at the end of the first movie,
would you like to go directly from one crisis to a new crisis? It
like immediately hints at a sequel because it's like he comes back and he's like, "I'm back again. Get in the car," and like so it's like of course that's where the next movie is just gonna start. Like it makes sense. But no, those so good, so good. Michael J. Fox is so cute. I had a big crush on him. He's so charming. And it's got Huey Lewis and the News in the soundtrack. It's a great movie. Got time to chat, Yuri, about Back to the Future. It's a great movie. I love it.
What is it?
You look like the kind of person that likes wine.
I do. A refined drink. I am able to enjoy expensive wine, better wine.
Better wine than you, peasant. Expensive doesn't mean better. More expensive doesn't mean better. Less popular grapes can give higher quality at an affordable price.
I don't think that's true, freak. It helps that I have access to older wines, always a sign of quality.
Are you implying something? Refute. I'm fighting with him. That's not always true. Most wines are made to be consumed within their first 1 to 5 years.
Trust me, freak, older is better. You're clearly not very experienced with wine. Not everyone can appreciate wine. It isn't soothing for something for novices or the lower class.
Refute. Nonsense. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
The lower class are often jealous of those with more refined tastes.
According
to the people with the quote-unquote tastes. Goodbye, freak.
Goodbye, Yuri.
God, I hate him.
According to
so much.
Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank,
Mr. Wonderful?
Yeah,
Who the fuck?
He's called that because he's an asshole. But I think he's actually the most pragmatic of all the sharks in Shark Tank.
Yeah,
I think he's the most real. But anyways, he does a lot of wine deals, right? So whenever anyone comes in with wine products, like he brings up this fact a couple of times, but he's like I think it's something like 90% of all bottles of wine that are sold in the United States are like $10 or less. Because most people rather buy, like, you sell more cheap wine than you sell expensive wine.
Yeah.
But expensive wine is like, the cost of an expensive wine can be exorbitant. It could be like $300 for a bottle of expensive wine.
And it's like, for what?
But 90% of all the bottles of wine that are sold are $10 or less. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get into that market of the 10% that is sold that is higher than that, you have to have a really special wine because there's a huge amount that are competing for the over $10 market and for the under $10 market too. Yeah.
I was surprised when I went to get when I'd go get drinks for a party or something to try to contribute or whatever. And when I walked in, I was surprised by how relatively cheap a lot of alcohol is, just because Like there's just like this pretentious hype around it, like from this guy, and like around like whiskey and so on. Like there's just all these just irritating elitisms, and then you see the actual shelf, and there's a lot of really not expensive at all stuff that's just right there, and that's half the time what people want anyway.
We I most expensive bottle of whiskey I ever bought was Lafroig, and it was like. I got it on sale though, but it was I think it was like $100 or something originally.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and that's not usually something I would do.
Yeah, I feel like the prime, like almost ironically, like I feel like the most.
I think it was a Scotch. Actually.
One of the biggest, besides just irritating rich people, one of the biggest markets for more expensive drinks is probably gifts. Because you get it for somebody else, and you want it to be more impactful than being like a $10 bottle of wine. So you're like, oh, I got you the whatever the fuck. It's the foo-foo super drink that everyone. It's 5 stars on the Michelin whatever. I have no idea how you praise drinks and what appeal to authority there is to even cite.
The best thing you can do is buy a really cheap bottle of alcohol that looks really fancy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bottles of wine that are $10 or less that have really pretty labels, and you bring them to a party.
That way, it's
nobody...
like it looks like you cared, but you didn't.
I didn't, and who's gonna look that up? An asshole?
And exactly. You found the asshole.
Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
Didn't see her, freak.
Did you see the architect last night?
I saw the architect before I started my duties with the fairy woman. You should ask her about the time of the murder, though. I was there. I was here.
Did you see the doctor last night?
He said he was in his clinic. Ask him, not me.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night?
Seriously, do I need to hold your hand? Go and speak to the Grand Marshal.
Did you see Crimson last night?
Worthless.
I knew she was ready for pickup, but I left her until the end. She hates it here, and I had the power to make her wait a little longer, so I did.
What a dick.
He just openly admits it too.
Gosh, what an asshole.
Jesus.
I heard you're missing a ring, Yuri.
Of what interest is that to you?
Is this the one?
Give me that. I have the power to make you wait a little longer.
Damn.
Love dies. All that remains are the facts.
It's impolite to snatch. Tell me what it's doing in the fist of KHX's dead body. Oh, that's where we found it.
Oh god.
That's where we found. That's very incriminating.
Look at his face he's making.
Oops.
He's kind of fucked. I have no idea. He made it for me and I lost it. Someone probably found it and gave it to him, recognizing his work, and then immediately pushed him off the ledge.
Sure.
Yeah, because he was still in his hand. Like it wasn't as if like
in his hand when he died. Jesus.
Probably. Anything else you want to tell me?
I don't know anything else, freak.
That face is very suspicious.
It's really funny.
Why?
Why did you shut the boat trips down early, Yuri?
What business is it of yours?
Just answer the question.
It was part of shutting down the island, ready for the end.
But why? It never normally happens, and none of the other systems were shut down prematurely?
Don't question how I do my job, freak. I had some security scrutiny. I had some security worries and shut it down.
Did it have anything to do with a dead body at the bottom of the cliff?
What dead body?
I just told you.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but surely this is the jurisdiction of the marshals. You're supposed to be investigating the council murder.
I need to investigate this.
It might be linked. Did you have anything to do with it?
No.
Definitely not, freak.
Not a bad coincidences then.
Must be. We're best friends right now.
Do you know why a book that you took from the library was in Henry's safe?
Nothing to do with me.
Paradise feels wrong.
Henry says the stranger passed him a forbidden book and took him to keep it a secret. And told him to keep it a secret. That book is one you access. Oh my gosh.
Not sure you can prove that, freak. If I remember correctly, the library vaults only record entry and exit, not what was read or taken.
How does he know that?
Why does he know that?
You just happen to know that.
No, freak, I don't just happen to know that. I use the vault to acquire books for the architect. I know how the system works because I use it often.
Did you access the library vaults and give forbidden books on demonology to Henry?
No.
You're the only one of the suspects who accessed the vault.
That doesn't mean the book came from me.
Damn, these people. They're really, honestly.
What are they gonna do, admit it?
No, but they have some really...
Except Henry, who didn't do it.
They have really quick answers. In real life, like this sort of thing with an Apple person, they must just be devious. I always think about my excuses before I do anything bad, too.
I think, yeah.
I definitely, if I cut corners at work, I definitely know how to explain why I cut corners at work very easily. Like, oh yeah, I know this.
If I ignore someone, sometimes I'll make up a narrative in my head of what I was doing. That was why I couldn't get back to them. Or pick up the phone.
I'll remember that. No, I'm just kidding. I'll tell your mother.
No.
What do you know about the meta of Grace bloodlines?
Absolutely nothing, investigator. We're just clearing people out today.
May you see through a million eyes.
I wonder if this is how it's going to kind of go, is like a lot of people are kind of end kind of inconclusively. And may you reach the moon. I wonder if a lot of them are going to end like without a big evocative confrontation, in part because that's like being saved for like the final.
I get the impression that the court case is going to be the big shebang. I think we just have to kind of. I think we're just getting information. Nothing really big happens until we just accuse someone. Yeah,
I keep waiting for big confrontations to happen with people, but like, I think ultimately that's going to be in the. Yeah, it's going to be. You're waiting
for like the music to up hike and
objection.
Objection, exactly.
And then daddy prosecutor boy gets into you unlock a new face. And you're like, oh, that's a face he makes.
Edgeworth.
No, well, his daddy.
Oh, yes.
That was the big progress. Like, oh god, we unlocked his. There's actually a hole in my armor now. Face. Just air dashing over and over again. It's probably not even faster than just running, but it gives me something to do besides nothing.
I think they give these people razor scooters or something.
Well, it's supposed to be isolating.
I mean, isolating for Henry.
Yeah.
Not really for the people going back and forth.
Henry Division.
Let's talk, Henry.
What the fuck is up with the slaughter ritual?
Citizens don't get to go to the next island, so a ritual takes place where the citizens are sacrificed to the gods. The temple becomes awash with blood, and the psychic energy of the deaths is directed to the gods by the high priestess.
So the
So yeah, bad.
Bad time for Witness to the End.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Of course.
Don't you think this is really fucked up?
Agree. It's the worst part of this whole thing. Perfect 25 should end it. No more dead islands.
But a big fucking load of kidnapped citizens though, right? Sounds real perfect. Whatever.
We were agreeing with you, Henry. Don't be sassy. I found a forbidden tome about demonology in your apartment. What are you doing with it?
Are you for fucking real? Is this one big fucking joke? What the fuck do you think I was doing with it, propping up a table? I was doing some fucking demon fuckingology.
We know, we're just asking who gave it to you. That's what we're asking, fucking
A stranger.
Henry.
We went through this already.
Don't test me.
Is this where your memory fails you?
Don't get cute. Helpful. Not even, we can't get like a physical description or anything.
What the fuck, dude?
Let's hang out. Never a trip wasted, right?
Might as well since we're here.
Yeah.
Got a minute, Akiko. You're going to die. Humor me. Do you still collect war relics? Why do you care?
I'm glad to be back.
Friendship, Akiko. We've been through this. Fine, yes. Okay, good. Ask her what her centerpiece is. What's the centerpiece of your collection? Centerpiece? The most important part.
I'm a soldier.
They are all important, Prost. The relics are created through the actions of soldiers giving their lives in combat.
I don't think we've ever seen that pose before.
I think we have. That could one be more important than the other?
Glad to be back.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
Soldier.
I know.
Soldiers.
Take this. It's a shell from a demon I killed in Romania before the Syndicate.
Why?
You can ask her why. Or should we just say thanks?
Look at her eyes.
That's her. She's actively trying to decide what to say.
Schrodinger's choice. What do you want to do?
You can ask her why. Why are you giving this to me? Ungrateful Dicalos? I tried this friendship since you were so insistent. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it. Be apologetic. Sorry, I was just surprised, not ungrateful.
Check.
Good. Now that we've played this friendship thing out, we're done, right? Done. Yes, we became friends. You got what you wanted. You could leave me alone now.
Sorry.
If that's what you want, Akiko. That took longer than I was hoping. Goodbye, Naruto. I like that.
Hang out at max level. We did it. We actually did it.
May you not be bright. May you reach the moon.
That took longer than I was hoping.
She's like,
How fast does this come back anyway? Yeah. So of all people, she's the first person we've maxed out. The worst one.
well, maybe she maxes out first because she hates us the most. So she has the
Maybe.
least amount to say to us, which is
Maybe.
very possible.
She's like, she'll get friendship as just a puzzle to solve to make us go away.
Like,
There, we're friends now, right? You can stop talking to me forever.
like,
That's what friends
what is
do.
friendship? I need to fix it. Like, how do I fix it to make it go away?
I'm on top now. It's very shiny up here.
Na, 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 na.
I almost fell right off. Whoops.
I don't think
So
they meant
much
for you
world
to
out
use
here.
it that way, Keith.
They can't stop me.
I mean, technically, Akiko was like the chief of police. She didn't say anything, so.
Mysteries are revealed.
Where?
I see nothing. Maybe I should go back this way. And see if it shows me anything, because it's such a tiny island. And we might be slowly running out of reasons to come here until the trial.
Wait, is there a heart down there?
I think I saw it.
Maybe it's a save point. It's a save point.
Ah,
The heart means save point. Which I thought it would mean, like,
a heart.
heart, yeah.
Because this game does have hearts. Yeah, I'm not really used to using this ability, so I
This
don't really know how long it lasts.
I never noticed the lasers that are shooting the skulls.
I hold Y for a while. And there's a heart. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does kind of glow a bit.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here for you.
Nope. Time to go for a jog. This bridge gets old.
So I'm saying, razor scooters.
Specifically, Razor branded scooters.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I will never forget how much it hurts to hit your ankle with one of those.
Oh.
And I've seen it, like, that is a very relatable experience of our generation. But I still remember it. Like, if I think about it, I can picture it.
Like when you whip it around.
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever hit myself with one.
Or even, like, I wasn't trying to even do tricks. I was just a clumsy kid, and I would just hit myself right in that little bone in your ankle all the time.
You ever go for a big jog and then abruptly stop and then instantly meditate?
Well, because you're about to pass out.
You stop moving and all the blood just loses its shit. You pass out immediately.
It'd be like the movie Speed, but if you don't stop running, you die.
Yeah.
Like the movie Crank. That's like the movie Crank.
Oh yeah, and Crank 2, High Voltage, where he has to electrocute himself over and over again.
I've actually never seen those, but I know I need to.
Yeah. Do I need to spend a blood crystal to unlock fast travel? And then does that make you stop telling me it's a secret? Oh, are they all skins? Warmth of the moon, starlight skin obtained. The water that reflects the moon is warmer than the surrounding water. You bathe in it for restorative properties.
I mean, it might... You think it's really warmer by any degree?
No, I don't know. I just want to see if that makes the collectible go away.
I think it's refracting light. I don't think it's projecting warmth at all.
Huh. Yeah, so every save point shows up as a collectible, which kind of obscures our results of the screen. But I guess I have the blood crystals to spend, so maybe I should.
Well, how about if you like pass one, you might as well. It maybe just be one of those things. Because you already bought everything from Blood, or from Crimson Acid, right? I think you got all the skins from her.
I think I did, yeah. But yeah, no, there is no... The thing about Reflections is there is no spot where the light's reflecting off of. Like, that's just from your perspective. So there is no, like, spot that would be warmer because of reflection, because the moon's hitting all of the ocean.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be...
That's just the exact angle where it bounces into your eyes.
Yeah, that's true, too.
But you'd bounce into your eyes no matter where you were, so that means it's hitting all of it.
That's true, yeah.
Symbol of the Secretary Starlight Skin obtained. The slow poison of ambition creeps through your veins. Never living for the moment, but the next moment. The next moment will forever be out of reach. It doesn't exist, it never can.
Existential crisis.
But the kind that doesn't matter at all.
Well, a lot of them don't.
Yep.
I think most
it's only
of those...
a crisis if you want one.
Well, I don't think people who have them usually want them.
This is so close to the other one. I'm actually wondering what percentage of the collectibles are these fast travel things that we'll then never actually do. Verdant Starlight Skin. Plants are very calming. We could all do with some calm.
That's nice.
There's definitely one up here though. Is it a Shinji? There's two of them up there.
I mean, it seems weird that there'd be 2 save points up there, so maybe...
They're probably items. I can hear the crackle. Snap, crackle, pop!
Blood crystal!
More blood crystals to spend on stuff that doesn't matter. Yep. Oops.
Ah!
I did it.
Just walk right through that cactus.
Yeah. But yeah, at the beginning of the game, I didn't want to use blood crystals for fast travel because, you know, cost blood crystals.
You thought it was they were gonna be like few and far between. But in reality, like, they just flood you.
The number one way to make me not use fast travel is to make it cost anything. Besides, like, in some games where it costs like, oh, it costs you some gold. You know, your generic currency that you spend for everything that you have like hundreds or thousands of. But the moment it's something else more specific, I'm like, I remember when I discovered fast travel in Pathologic 2, and like, oh, they added fast travel, weird. But then you realize the fast travel that they've added requires not only a special coin you have to go out of your way to collect and also spend each time and take up inventory space with, but it uses up in-game time when you fast travel. So you're like, is it even faster than just running there?
Oh, I mean, it's fast for you as the player.
Yeah. Symbols of the possessed. It's pretty messed up that you can be possessed by a demon. Like, really messed up, don't you think?
Yeah.
Ah, dragonflies.
He just passed out because dragonflies got scared.
It's just surrounded by dragonflies. There's a lot of stuff in these buildings apparently still. I've been bad. I've done a bad job.
No, you haven't.
I'm trash.
No.
And I will never be loved.
Well, I mean, that part I don't know. I'm just kidding. My dog loves you. And I'm pretty sure your family does.
A new one of these. We got 5 today.
Yeah, we did get like a 4th of all of them.
Evening Haze, a grape-flavored carbonated alcoholic drink. It's delicious. Too delicious. Dangerously delicious. delicious.
That sounds scary.
Aggressively delicious.
Like, you can't escape it now, delicious.
It's coming for you, delicious. Dangerlicious.
Oh no.
Ill-fated ring pulls. You can trade in a collection of ring pulls from drinks to get Crimson Acid merchandise. Looks like someone didn't have enough before the island ended. Oh no. And now they're dead.
That's
but at
sad.
least they pointlessly consumed in the days up to their death.
Well, what is there for them to live for here?
Consume.
Not a lot.
Consume. I wish this wasn't the process that it is. Did it change the time of day when I did it? Did you see the lighting change?
I think you just like fade in and fade out, and it just distorts the light every time you do it.
Kind of looked like the meditation makes time pass. As if to imply that you actually do sit there and meditate for like a fairly long time. It's definitely harder than I want it to be. I just wanted to be holding a button to show that just shows everything at once. Cat. There we go.
Yeah.
Hat.
None of these are Shinji. Fancy playing cards, good for whirling away time on a rooftop with a friend. Anyway, after the blood sacrifices, you and your friend are now in a slush together.
So, oh, you want to play Go Fish?
You've merged into a blood pool
The alarm
with
goes off.
everyone you've ever loved.
I mean, that's kind of beautiful.
You know, it'd be more beautiful being alive.
Being alive with the people you love? No. You know, I can't guarantee that if people are alive, they won't leave me. So I need them to just be into like a mush together with me. You can't separate that back out.
Now you can't escape me no matter how much you want to.
What if you get
I'm a part of you.
you get put in the slush with like the person you hate the most, and you're just doomed for eternity
I mean, you
to be
are.
a part of them?
Because you're all in the slush.
The world's the slush.
You're all goop now. Cheerful children's book. That is not. It's not what that looks like at all. It's like 1,000 pages long. An inspirational
It doesn't
book
look
about a
very
girl
cheerful
that
either.
dreamed of cartoon cakes.
Okay. Wait, so she dreamed of not real cakes, but cartoon cakes?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Does she just specifically dream of being one of those people that prints cartoon characters on cakes for birthdays?
At like Baskin Robbins or something?
Yeah. Because that stuff's kind of gross.
I like ice cream cake. You don't like ice cream cake?
Well, it's just I think the process through which you make an image on a cake
Well,
makes it taste worse.
No, it's because it's fondant. You probably don't like fondant. I don't like fondant. Because that's the type of material you can print on
Yeah,
pretty
it's just
easily.
not a great idea.
Usually, I remember I used to watch like that Cake Boss show where the guy would just like cook cakes that look like objects like skyscrapers and things.
Creeping flora.
But the thing is like he always used fondant for everything, and what's it called? Rice. What are those called? Those marshmallow rice things. You know what I'm talking about, the bars. Oh my gosh.
Rice Krispies?
Rice Krispie
'Cause
with the marshmallow, like the ones that are squares. Rice Krispie squares?
Rice Krispie treats and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But that's just called Rice Krispie treats? I don't really like those.
That's
apparently.
the Snap Crackle Pop one with the elves. That blue bar is called a Rice Krispie treat.
He would just he'd make all of his cakes out of that, and I feel like that's cheating. If you use a lot of Rice Krispie
Yeah.
treat and you just cover it with fondant, it's not like a cake anymore.
No, not really. But those are really when they're gooey, those are really good.
Well, homemade ones are good.
Yeah.
The ones you buy in the package are not very good, I think.
We should make some.
That actually does sound pretty fucking
We should
good.
figure out how to make some.
Well, that's easy. We can do that.
Explorers in a forbidden valley discovered a breed of plant that has been sealed away in a vault. Now warriors patrol the edges of the valley to keep the plant at bay. It's coming.
Oh no, is it like an invasive plant
It's
that kills
I
everything?
guess, because it came out of a vault. It's just going to take over.
That sounds like some sort of curse.
I'm just slowly culling the hearts from this land. In the hope that one of them will be my heart.
So
Shinji.
as you cull the hearts of people on the internet using your YouTube videos. Grim Lotus.
The lotus is a frightful plant that strikes fear in the minds of even the strongest demon worshipper. What? How do you get afraid of a plant?
I mean, lotuses are supposed to be very
Does it have a
magic.
knife? If it doesn't have a knife, I'm not afraid of it.
A piranha plant.
Nah. I mean, a real if the Mario one existed and was scale, then it'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, they don't fuck with piranha.
Existing fly traps are not very scary. The inspiration for Victory Bell is pretty horrifying, but not scary because I'm a human.
What about Vile Plume?
I don't know about that one so much.
But it's just like a big red and white flower that just smells like human flesh.
Oh yeah, this is gross. Mm-hmm. Like the Victory Bell one is like it's this sack of digestive fluids that like it smells sweet, so flies and things like fly over to investigate, and then they like slip on the edges and then they can't escape.
Yeah, they can't
and
climb
they
back
just
out.
slowly die in the pool. It's like
digestive juices.
I don't like this idea at all.
I mean, it's pretty distressing conceptually. Probably strikes a lot of like vor fantasies. I'm pretty sure like Victory Bell, you can probably find some good art of.
I feel like there's barely even a prerequisite, right?
For vor.
Yeah, it's just you exist.
You have a mouth of some sort.
Bathe the towers. The towers sparkle in the waning sun. The cascade of jewels as far as the eye can see. It's a little bit like the, what's the guy called again from the Lorax we were just talking about?
The Onceler?
Yeah, like characters just exist in front of you.
Oh, you mean
and
like...
you're just going to put it on them. Symbols of a kiss. A kiss while the many-eyed goat watches is the most romantic of kisses.
Oh.
Aww.
I guess that makes it romantic.
I definitely got to question how worth it this is to some extent. It's definitely a process. It's kind of satisfying to cull everything out. Part of me would be tempting to just clear out all of the loading screens off camera.
I want
Hello.
that.
Cute Tamago. That's not an egg. You can't trick me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not mean
A cute hamster friend. Tamago was the star of a popular 4-panel comic Citizen drew, and now he's dead. And so is Tamago. Tamago was never real. He was only an idea in the mind of a dying star.
But I mean, you know, like I said, all the animals on this island, do they go with them? Is there an?
Well, I don't know if Tamago is real, but
are there hamsters living on the island that just are going to die in their cages?
Probably. Beautiful blossom. When the trees blossom, citizens gather to give praise by letting blood directly onto the tree to fertilize it. Fucking gross.
That really makes looking at like the cherry blossom ceremonies like a lot different.
Yeah.
It's just people just go there to cut themselves.
Bleed with me. I'm an edgy scene kid. Oh. Wow, that's a hell of a zip. Whoop. There we go. This is why we do it.
I really do like the collectibles in this game. I think I like them more than collectibles in most games.
Yeah, because there's unique text on all of them, except for the blood.
Time moves differently on the island.
I can't decide if I like it.
Nor can I. It does things to people.
What kinds of things?
It twists people, distorts their hearts.
I think that's happened to me.
So do I. Does she agree that it's happened to him, or she thinks this happened to her also?
I also think that you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chaos Domain whiskey, made in ex-bourbon casks, has a fruity taste, best savored in an enveloping fog. Do not look at the other people enjoying the fog. Do not look at them. Don't let the dread set in. Don't let it. Vacuum your house. Vibing starlight. Watch beautiful water to catch the vibes. It's the only way. Existing without vibes is no existence at all.
I really don't like the vibe culture, all the hip vibe lingo going on.
Vibe lingo.
I don't know.
The more I hear the word vibe, the less I have any idea that it means anything. Is my primary issue.
I saw it in a...
It's a really distressing sound when you walk by it.
I saw a Skintimate commercial before, which is like a brand of razors and shaving cream for women. And I saw it and it occurred to me that I was like, you know what, that brand's kind of out of date. I feel like people don't really use that one anymore. But I saw they rechanged their packaging and they put like
Vibe check, lol.
It was like be good vibes is like their new catchphrase, and I was like, this seems like you're really trying.
They don't want to go with free your skin.
Which is that one makes me laugh. I like that one.
Mysterious carp. Carps are created by an alien race, and the patterns in their scales can be translated into an esoteric language if you have the correct cipher.
That sounds like an actual conspiracy theory.
It is now.
Someone.
There it goes.
Yep, it's out in the world now.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
What? Oh, I didn't think you could do that.
No, I guess it's not that deep. Not that deep, bro. Wolf.
No, I there was a point in time where I was dating a yoga instructor, and I remember he had a mug and it said like "good vibes only," and he's like, my friend got this for me because I hate it. He got so mad. It was weird seeing him get mad because he was very relaxed,
Just
as
mad
you
at
can
the
imagine.
word vibes.
He was like, I hate when people have this like thought process. Like, how could there be good vibes if there aren't bad vibes? Like,
They would just be vibes.
the world just doesn't exist in this way. Like,
You know, like a block of vibes.
you can't just tell people to have good vibes only. It doesn't work that way. It's not how people work. And I'm like, dude, calm down. It's okay. Like, it's all right.
The ego must be seen. Apply your mark to everything you own. Generation Remix will never die. The sidebar. Blissful sky. Clouds used to hide flocks of unspeakable flying horrors during the war. After the Great Betrayal, they finally became safe.
Some birds, I guess.
My fucking god. Unspeakable horrors. Just Lovecraftian leviathans hovering just out of sight.
I mean, it could be like the rhinoceros from James and the Giant Peach. Remember that?
No.
You ever see that movie?
I have not in a long time. I just remember the whole movie being vaguely creepy because it was stop motion and really like vaguely threatening.
That's why I was very obsessed with it. I have like a very deep love for stop motion. But no, there's like a rhinoceros made of clouds in the sky. And I think the idea is that it's supposed to represent like a child's fears and things like that. It's not supposed to be literal. But they show it and it's always scared me as a kid.
No!
No! Why? We just learned about him and he's dead already.
In loving memory of Tamago, the best Hamu and my best friend.
Why would they do this to me? I just learned about him.
He was real. And he's dead.
I just had this joy introduced into my life and then they immediately take it away. I was asking about that because I was worried about what would happen to hamsters on the island.
Super
And they answered the question for me.
He was killed with a ritual knife. Straight through.
That makes me really sad.
Acid's favorite. A premium beer marketed by the arcane idol Crimson Acid. Citrus flavored and light. Perfect to drink in the bar with friends or at home alone. Contemplating all those things you're going to do. Ooh.
What kinds
What
of
are
things?
you going to do?
It could be sinister.
We just bought a goat lady's drink and now we're at 66. We're gonna die.
Well, I mean, we all are eventually, Keith. It's okay.
You first.
Maybe. I don't know. You're older than me, but I'm also a reckless idiot, so we'll see.
It's a race, but in reverse. Reverse race.